Namaste to your neighbor. Can you believe that we've only got a couple more classes? It's just this one and next Thursday, and then Sunday will be our last one. So we've been through a lot together. I feel like it's just transitioning into a more online relationship. And then just make sure that we all maintain communication. I'm teaching at different places, so I want to make sure that you can catch me when you can. And then I'm also going to do some workshops in different studios and stuff. So just make sure that you have a way to get a hold of me, or a way for me to get a hold of you. So let's find a seat. Bring your hands to your knees. Let your palms turn open. Bring a gentle smile to the mouth. Slow breath in, and when you breathe, feel it expand. Long exhale and draw the sides of your body towards your midline. Inhale wide. Exhale, draw in. Continue to lengthen your breathing. And notice that space between the inhale and the exhale. And make your breath so that it is circular. There's no stop or start. It just easily moves. Set the intention for your practice. What do you want to get out of your effort and your time here? Gently opening the eyes. We'll begin the practice with Kapalabhati breathing. So I'll demonstrate. It's a inhale into the belly, and then as you exhale, it's a strong and the passive inhale through the nose. So I'll demonstrate here. So the tendency is to start tensing the shoulders or the jaw. So I want you to be aware of that. Keep your airways clear. Upper back is tall, but we're not rigid and tight. You can go as fast as slow as you need. If you're on your moon cycle, then just go slow. And if you have high blood pressure, then just take it easy. Don't go too hard. You can use your hand on your belly if you'd like, just to feel that. If not, both hands can be on your knees. A gentle smile. Inhale into the belly. And begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, exhale, exhale completely. Apply your root lock, so squeezing the center of your pelvis. Keep holding the breath out. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1. Inhale slow. Maintain your root lock. Hold the breath in. No tension on the jaw, no tension on the face, a gentle smile. Keep holding the breath in. With the eyes closed, gaze at your third eye. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, controlled. Slow breath in. Long breath out. You can release your root lock. Controlled breath in, Ujjayi breath. Controlled breath out, gentle smile. Inhale, opening the eyes, arms reaching up. Exhale and twist to the right. We're going to hold this twist, so take your hand to your knee and use that to help carry your chest a little further towards the right. Now start taking the chin over the right shoulder. Take your left shoulder blade back, keeping the crown of your head above your tailbone. Turn your right palm towards the sky. Side bend towards the left, so you're taking your left shoulder towards your left inner thigh. Right arm reaching over towards that left knee. Keep pressing your right hip down. You can look down or you can look up. Keep lengthening through the neck either one you do. Take one more breath in. Now as we exhale, lean back, plant your right hand behind you and point your left toes out to the front left corner of your mat. Lift your hips up and reach your hips towards the sky. Keep pressing into your left hip and reach your left arm away from you and to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Crossing at the ankles. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. So we're trying to keep the crown above the tailbone. Use your hand against your knee to help twist you. Start turning your chin towards your left shoulder. And take that right shoulder down. Equal the pelvis towards the front of your mat. Exaggerate the width of your breath into your rib cage. Turn your left palm towards the sky. Lift the arm towards the sky, taking the right shoulder towards the right inner thigh and the left arm over the left ear. Keep reaching towards the right and keep pressing the left hip down. Breathe into the left side ribs. Next breath in, coming up. Release the left hand behind you as we exhale. Release the right foot forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift your hips up. Try to keep back bending and open through the front of the body. Push down into the left hand and the right foot equally. One more breath in. With the exhale, sit your hips down. Crossing the ankles once again. Fingertips right down beside you. Lengthen through your spine and inhale. Walk your fingertips away so the arms are straight and strong. With the exhale, the right ear comes to the right shoulder. Bring the chin towards the chest and take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Chin forward or towards the sky, whatever feels good. Keep going. Over to the right. Into center. Keep pressing down into the fingertips so you're staying long through the sides of the neck. And again, one more. Try to go a little slower so you can really feel what's going on in the neck muscles and the spinal joints. Let's go the opposite direction. The next time that the chin comes to center, keep it there and bring it up so that it's parallel to the ground. Take a slow breath in, reaching the arms up. With the exhale, take the hands to interlace behind the back. We're trying to open up the chest and the collarbones. Lift the chin. Keep reaching the knuckles towards the ground behind you. Try not to hunch the eyebrows. Think about pressing your chest forward and then up. Take one more inhale. Lean forward as we exhale, taking the chest towards the ankles. The hands can stay on your low back or reach them towards the sky. Keep breathing long into the spinal joints. Next inhale, bring the arms up. Reach the arms to the sky. As we exhale, the hands plant behind you. Plant your feet in front. So we end up in a reverse table as we lift the hips up. Inhale. Now find your hips. Find your hips in line with your knees. Spread your fingers and press down in knuckles, fingertips, and wrists equally. You can gaze to your knees, you can gaze to the sky, or you can let the head fall back. Keep pressing equally to the hands and the feet. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, lift the ankles and try to get them so that they're as high as your knees. We're in a diagonal shape with the spine. Let's take the hands behind the knees. Try to keep that diagonal spine long. Reach the arms up. Shoulder blades draw back. If this is too much, your hands come back behind your knees or back behind you on your mat. Stay strong here. Keep breathing. Inhaling long. Exhale, cross at the ankles or swing the feet to one side. We move to table pose. When you get to your table pose, hands under your shoulders and spread your fingers. Knees under the hips. Bring your right toes towards the back of your mat. Bring your left fingertips towards the front of your mat. Now check with your right hand and really ground down equally through the whole palm and fingertips. Bring your right heel up, no higher than your right hip. Now notice if you tilted the pelvis towards the left, draw your right hip a little bit closer towards your right ribs. Now both sides of your spine are long equally. Take your left arm up. Now we're going to add more strength into that right shoulder. Let your left palm face right towards the right, so the left thumb faces the sky. Take a deep breath in, check with the palm, spread the fingers. Exhale, right knee, left elbow into the chest, round the back. Inhale to come up, lift the toes, the fingertips, the chin. Exhale and round, squeeze the core, round the back. 2 more like that. Try to stay equally strong through your spine, left and right sides. Exhales create more power. Use that. This last one, left arm, right leg goes up. Exhale the hand and the knee down to table. And sit back into child's pose. Once you sit your hips as low as you can go, start reaching your arms as far forward as you can. Getting long through the sides, getting wide through your back. As you're exhaling, try to get softer in your knees, softer in your hips. When you're inhaling, get wider. As you're exhaling, feel the squeeze all the way down to your center. Next breath in, come up to table. Hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Take your left toes towards the back of your mat. Just allow them to stay down and touch the toes to the mat so you start to create your engagement that you need. The right fingertips will go forward. Now find your spine is equal on both sides. As you start lifting the arm and leg, try not to lose that. Once you're here, the right palm faces the left. The left hip and knee are parallel to the ground. Keep breathing. With your exhale, knee and elbow come in, round your back. Inhale to bring it up and try to arch the back. Lift your chin and toes. Exhale and round. Use your hand, use that left shoulder. Inhale, coming up and lift, powerful. Exhale and round. Keep going. The next time that the elbow and knee come in is the last. Inhale to come up. Table pose as we exhale and sit it back to child's pose. Staying low. Breathe into the sides of the body, equalize that. Staying low, walk your hands outside right of your mat and press your left armpit towards your mat. Breathe into the left side. Walking the hands center, outside left. We're trying to access to the right armpit, the right side ribs. Keep pressing the right armpit down. Inhale, coming back through center, up to table. Tuck your toes under. Sit your hips towards your heels. So as we're here, we're trying to create a bend of the toe joints. If you want, you can walk your hands closer to your knees, and that's going to put some more weight on your toes. If you want, come all the way up so that the hands end up on your thighs. See if you can spread your toes and make sure that the heels are pointing up and not off to the sides. We're just going to hold here. Crown above the tail. Shoulder blades are drawn back. And as you breathe, you're breathing from the front and back and the sides equally, everything opening up. And as you exhale, feel the ankles and the toes soften. Next inhale, come forward to table. Continue to walk the hands forward and move into downward dog. The heels don't have to touch your mat, but we're reaching the heels towards the mat so that we can create more length into the hamstrings and the calves. You can move around as you need to if you want to rock side to side or pedal the feet, just whatever feels good. And let's hold our neutral downward dog. Check with your palms, spread your fingers, bring your right leg up. Bring your right foot between your hands so your shoulders go over your wrists and your right foot steps forward. If it doesn't come up in one step, just pick it up and move it. The left knee comes down, untuck the left toes. Find your hips are square to the front of your mat. So notice if you really overshot the knee. And if we're here, there's no stability in your thigh. So you want to take your heel under your knee, and that's going to give you that strong, stable base. Now let's come up, take the hands to the hips, and bring your left hip forward. Just enough so that if you were still standing, your pelvis is in that same position. The left hip forward, the right hip back. Take the arms up. The legs are strong. The arms up by the ears and the arms are strong. Keep pulling that left hip forward. Start to twist towards your right so that the arms end up going wide to a T and they become parallel with the ground. Check with the hip. Notice if the hip started to change the angle or that knee. Keep it over the ankle. The right hip is drawing back so that we can keep the hips steady. Keep pointing your tailbone slightly down. Turn your gaze to the right thumb or towards the right as much as comfortable to you. Keep breathing. Next, inhale, come back through center, reaching the arms back up by the ears. Exhale the hands down, framing through the right foot. Tuck the left toes and slide the left toes back so the knee lifts. Keep your left hand where it is. Take your right arm out to the right and start taking the right arm towards the sky. Keep pulling your shoulder blades back and keep checking in with that left hip. Try to keep it square towards your mat. The right knee stays in line with the hip. Draw your left heel so it's over your toes. Deep inhale. Hand comes down as we exhale. Turn your left toes to point to the left side of your mat, and the left heel is now grounded down. Check with your right knee. Remember, we're using that ankle as a stability point. Left arm comes up as we move to warrior two. Take your time to get there. If you need to adjust the feet or the knee, go ahead. The gaze is over the front middle finger, shoulder blades are drawn back, and you can use your hands to kind of test your pelvis and square it down again as we need to. Now we're opening the left hip back. Big smile as we inhale, bend a little deeper but push down a little further to the left outer foot. Exhale, windmill the hands down, turn your left toes forward, and step your right foot back to plank. Bring your gaze a foot in front of your mat. Pull your shoulder blades down your back and get your hips so that they're in line with your shoulders. Deep inhale. Lower your knees as you exhale. Untuck your toes. Inhale. Bend your elbows and exhale. Keep looking at your spot. 1 foot in front of your mat. Keep looking at your spot as you lower down. Chin stays lifted. As we move into Sphinx, drag your elbows forward 1 inch in front of your shoulders. Lift your chest, lift your chin, pull your shoulder blades back, push the tops of your feet down. Keep breathing here. Stay here and push into your elbows to get taller through the crown. Inhaling long and slow. Feel your exhale soften you wherever it needs. Next, exhale, lower the chest. Take the hands under the shoulders, press up to table. Inhale. Downward dog as we exhale. Check the alignment of your hands and feet. Find your breath longer. Bring the left leg up. Take the left foot between your hands, so just pick it up, move it there, right knee comes down. Find your hands on your pelvis, pulling the hips in to be square to the front of your mat. So this is a powerful pose. There's a lot of balance that is required, so check in and find that stability. Left ankle under the knee. Arms come up by the ears. The arms are just as strong as the legs. The crown stays above the tail, and the hips stay square to the front of your mat. Let's turn to the left. As we turn, the arms go out to a T. Keep checking with the pelvis. Keep it square to the front of your mat. The left knee over the ankle. The whole body is strong. Gazing to the left thumb if that feels okay on the neck, or looking left. Big breath in. Now as we exhale, sweep the arms back through center and up. Inhale. Exhale, the hands come down. Slide your right knee back, tuck your right toes, and lift the right knee. Continue to square the hip to the front of your mat. The head stays in line with the low back. Left arm goes up. Keep pushing out of your right shoulder. If you need to, that right knee can stay down. Gazing to the left thumb, keep the back of the neck long. 1 more breath in. Hand down as we exhale. Pivot the right foot, ground it down. Turn the toes to face the right. And let's come up, warrior two. When you're ready, adjust as you need to, hips square to the side of your mat for this one. Check your anchor, that left heel under the knee, and that right foot is just as active and strong as your left. Pelvis is square, tailbone is pointing down. Deep breath in. Exhale, the hands down to the mat. Right toes turn forward, left foot steps back. Plank. Find your alignment in your spine, look slightly forward. If you need to, the knees come down. Make your breath strong and wide here. Exhale, lower the knees and bend the elbows. Keep your gaze forward. Take your elbows forward, moving into Sphinx. Shoulder blades draw back. Bend through your right knee. Push into your left elbow. Bring it about another inch more forward. Take your right arm out to the right and keep turning so that you can look at your right foot. And then take the hand inside the ankle. So we're going to try and soften now into the front right hip. Notice if you can allow the hip to come back in towards your mat. Keep trying to bring your gaze towards the right. Now kick your right foot into your right hand, keeping that right hip pressing down. Direct your breath into the right side. Use your exhale to soften any tension this might be creating. Deep breath in, soften through that left leg if you need to. Exhale to release, the right leg goes long, the right elbow comes down. Deep breath in here, find your Sphinx, lengthen equally through both sides. As we exhale, left knee bends. Right elbow presses down as we turn. The left arm reaches up and to the inside of the left foot. Once you've got the foot, start to press the left hip towards your mat. Keep pressing out of your right elbow. Kick the foot into your hand. Try and equalize the length of your low back left and right. Try to turn your gaze to the left or the left foot. Bigger breath into your left side ribs. Exhale and release the left leg long. Make a pillow with your hands and rock the heels side to side. And then softening here, the forehead, the ear, or the chin on the backs of the hands. Bring a soft smile. 2 bumblebee breaths here. Inhaling. Happier, smiling, inhale. Find your breath long, nurturing, giving you just what you need. Bring your hands under your shoulders, coming up to table. Tuck the toes, moving into downward dog. Find your breath. Walk your feet to the center of your mat. Fold into the thighs. Take a hold of opposite elbows. Let the head hang heavy. Let the elbows hang heavy. Breathe into your upper back. Release your hands and let's come up to stand. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's find our feet underneath the hips. Check here where your pelvis is. A lot of times we tend to stand kind of like off to the side, and this will just put all of our weight on our ligaments. We're not using any kind of muscular effort here. So it takes a little bit more effort to stand straight, but the more effort that you put into it, those muscles get stronger, and then it takes less effort. So eventually, this is going to feel more comfortable than this, but you just really got to be aware of how you're standing. So in your yoga class, stand with your pelvis square as much as comfortable. Toes pointing forward as much as comfortable. Now the shoulder blades draw back. The crown of the head, tall. Find your rib cage, breathe there, wide, forward and back. As we inhale, reach the arms up. So maintaining where your pelvis is, bend your right knee behind you. Take your right hand to your right ankle. If you're having a hard time with balance today, you can stay here with the toes behind you and working at strengthening that left leg. So you choose where you want to be in your posture. When you're ready, start to hinge at the left hip. Again, if your toes are down, it looks like this. So you choose how far you decide you want to go with this one, but make sure that it's something that is comfortable enough that you can breathe, you feel powerful, but challenging enough that you know you're opening up something, you're unlocking potential power. Big smile, inhaling. Exhaling to release. Hands to the heart. Right foot next to left. And then right away, practice standing in that strong, solid, balanced shape. No need to fidget. And right away, find that full, wide breath. Then you can feel the heart beating. You can lengthen your exhale a little bit more and control any kind of stress reaction. Next breath in, arms come up. Ground through your right foot by spreading the toes. Left knee bends behind or toes slide back. Left hand reaches for the left foot or hands at your heart center. You choose what works. Once you've found your balance in whatever shape that you chose, make sure that your foundation is adaptable and malleable so you're not rigid and only allowing one thing to work. Remember, we want the body to be able to move and grow. If you stay solid and stuck, it's not going to work. When you're ready, hinge. Continue to soften your toes. If you need to, start with your toes down and continue to hinge. And then if you want to try lifting the foot, go from there. Do not let yourself get frustrated in your yoga class. This is to make you stronger mentally. So taking the challenge, taking those little lessons and getting stronger from it. One more inhale. Exhale to release. The left foot next to the right. Right away, practice finding stillness. Hands by your side. Close your eyes or gaze at one point. Slow your breath down. Control your reactions. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees so that they end up in line with the toes. Chest is open, arms are straight. If you need to, the arms widen so that you can keep the elbows as straight as possible. Now find that same breath here, wide, full. powerful. Exhale, hands to heart and sit low. Lift the knees or heels. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower, come down. If you need to use your hands, use your hands. And we end up back in our boat pose. Again, choose where you want your hands to be for your support. Slow inhale. Feel your body get full. Exhale, hands come behind you. Plant your feet forward. If you need to, the knees can stay bent for this one. Inhale, reverse plank or reverse table. Exhale, stay here. Keep pushing down firm into the feet. One more breath into the chest. Exhale to lower the hips down. If your knees are bent, straighten them. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to fold over the legs. Pull your shoulder blades back. If you can, think about lifting your elbows towards the height of your shoulders so we get some activation of the upper back. Try not to hunch your shoulders. Create more space between your shoulder blades and your ears. Wide breath into the low back. Long breath as you exhale. Elbows lift a little more. Inhale to bring the head up. Release the hands by your side and exhale the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. You can use your hands to help draw the chest closer towards the thigh and lift the chest so that it's tall, and the head again is over the tailbone. Square your hips towards the front of your mat, taking your left arm up, inhaling. As we exhale, the left elbow wraps in front of the right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Notice that the pelvis doesn't change in this one. Keep pulling it towards the front of your mat. Right hip forward, left hip back. Bring your chin towards your right shoulder. Bring your left toes towards the sky. Equalize the effort through both shoulder blades. Tall breath in. Exhale to come back through neutral. Lean to the left. Release your right foot. Bring the top of the foot towards your mat. Notice here the tendency is for the toes to turn out towards the side. If that's the case, point your toes back. If it's not able to because the ankle is tight, lean towards the left so the toes continue to point to the back of your mat. You choose where you put your hips. So if you need to lean to the left, do so. If you need more intensity, walk back. Direct your breath in through that right hip, that right knee. The ankle is softening with your exhale. Let's start to move slow. Right leg goes forward and switch sides. So leaning to the right, left knee bends, top of the foot comes to the mat. Square your hips as much as you can towards the front. If you need to, you lean towards the right. If you need more, you start to lean back. You know you're going too far if the left knee is popping up. So you know you're not going far enough if you're super bored. So be aware that this practice is your time to take care of you. There's always going to be distractions, and we do choose this so that because of the nice things that we can see, but also be aware that you want to make this work for you. So be mindful of your movement, your breath while you're here. Get the most out of this time. And let's slowly come up. If you're leaning back, take your time. Lean to the right if you need to. Free that left leg forward. Take your heels towards the front of your mat. Bring your hips towards your heels so your knees bend. We've got 5 roll-ups. Inhale, let's go down. Exhale, let's come up. Keep going. If you need to, use your hands against your mat or behind your knees. Start focusing more on the power that you're creating here and how much stronger you're getting with every ounce of effort that you're putting in, mentally and physically. 2 more. The next one, we're going to stay up. Take your hands towards your knees, crossing at your ankles. Take your arms out wide. For this Kriya, it's really good for strengthening the immune system. It's an in and out through the nose. I'll demonstrate. You tap the chest as you twist to the right. You tap it with the left hand. Okay. So it's in and out through the nose, and you want to make a sound loud enough that you can hear it. You're stimulating the immune system and clearing out the lungs. Smile, inhale, and begin. Three, 2, 1. Now let's hold the breath. Arms stay wide. Slight lift of the chin. Keep holding the breath with no tension in the face. Take in a little more breath in here. And exhale, release, hands towards the knees, palms facing up. First finger and thumb touch. Close the eyes, gaze at your third eye. Gently opening the eyes. For this breathing technique, this is really good for balancing the hormones and also helping to balance the brain, chemicals and hormones. I just said that. Emotions. So, pranayama mudra is your right hand. You take the first 2 fingers into the root of the thumb. We're going to block the right nostril with the right thumb and the left nostril with the right ring finger. I'll direct the breath. Try to keep the eyes closed or just keeping your gaze focused on one spot in front of you. Make sure, so the tendency here is to kind of like get tired. That elbow, if you want, you can hold the hand like this, but I want you to make sure that you're breathing equally through both sides. You want the spine to be tall, and that's where the energy is coming from the base up. So, let's begin. Taking your right thumb, ready. Let's exhale together. Block the right nostril. Inhale the left for 3, 2, 1. Block the left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block left, exhale right. Inhale right. Block right, exhale left. Take your right hand to your knee, breathe equally through both nostrils, hold the breath in at the top. Gaze at the third eye, eyes remain closed. Take in a little more breath. Exhale, slow and controlled. Keep gazing at your third eye. Find your breath slow. Make the breath really soft. You can let go of the Ujjayi breath here. When a thought enters your mind, acknowledge that it's there. Try not to add any more thought to it. Come back to your breathing. Next breath in, take your hands to your heart. Remembering the intention that you had set for this time. Realizing how lucky you are to have this body as a tool to get deeper into your consciousness. Thanking the breath for its ability to teach you focus, willpower. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. Big smile. Namaste. Namaste to your neighbor. We didn't do Shavasana because it's freezing. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. She took off because she doesn't like to drive in the dark.